Genie is here with us. Josh Allen, 3-3 against Mahomes all time, 0-2 in the playoffs, but he's never had a home playoff game. Here's Josh and Patrick. Take a listen.
They've gotten the best of us in the playoffs in the last few years, and we finally got a home game, and just got to go out there and put our best foot forward and play as hard as we can play.
Yeah, we've played in a lot of big games, but I think the great thing about the NFL now is there's a lot of quarterbacks that are really good, and not to say they weren't back in the day, but it seems like every year a lot of these guys are in the playoffs playing in these big games, on Sunday night, Monday night, whatever that is. And so I'm excited for the challenge. I grew up watching those games and remember how much memories I have from that, and so hopefully we can play in these great games as well and give memories to the kids that come up behind us.
It's great. Chances Josh Allen outplays Mahomes?
Very, very slim, and it's only because he's never done it. And I'm not talking about outplay Mahomes. I mean win a quarterback duel in the playoffs against anybody. So here's the sneaky thing about Josh Allen's playoff resume. When he's played good quarterbacks, he's never won. He beat Lamar, actually. That's not fair because Lamar's good, but it was a 17-3 game. It was weird. Josh threw and ran for 209 yards. It wasn't really a quarterback duel. Like, Josh's playoff careers in 2019, he played Deshaun back when Deshaun was good. Deshaun got the better of him. And we can show you the quarterbacks he's beaten. In 2020, beat Lamar in that 17-3 game, beat old man Phillip Rivers, beat Mac Jones, and then that year lost to Patrick Mahomes in a game he played great in. But again, people have kind of foggy memories about that because Josh played great, but he also threw for fewer yards than Patrick, ran for fewer yards than Patrick, and both had 4 touchdowns. So let's call it a tie. Certainly didn't outplay him. He barely beat Skylar Thompson, and then, of course, just now beat Mason Rudolph in the postseason game. Patrick, on the other hand, those aren't all duels, but a lot of them were. Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl was a duel. He lost one duel to Tom Brady. I wouldn't call the game he lost to Joe Burrow a duel because neither one played great. But the game that he beat Joe Burrow, they both played well. We've seen him do it. So I'm not saying that Josh can't do it. I'm saying Josh never has. Josh has never stared across the field from an equal from the quarterbacking position and won that playoff game. Patrick's done it, I don't know, a half dozen times, 8 times. You guys saw the list. And the last point I'll make is this one, Coach. I think Josh Allen's year as a passer has been vastly overrated, even though it just happened. We can show you the numbers of Josh versus Patrick this season as a passer. And they're the same with every category, Patrick being slightly better. And I understand Josh had 15 rushing touchdowns, and 6 of them were from more than 2 yards out, so you get a lot of credit.
They were tush-push touchdowns.
Well, 5 of them were. And the 9 total, 9 total were from the 3-yard line or closer. But that's fine. You get credit for those.
That's still a good
run. And so the only person who should be upset about that is James Cook, who finished there with 2 touchdowns because Josh had all their goal line carries. But I need to see it to believe it. And I don't think that's unfair at all.
This is such a not apples to apples comparison. It's amazing. So Kansas City has 2 extra days to prepare. They have 2 extra days to get healthy.
Pre-excuses?
Wait, no. These are the pre-facts.
Oh, okay.
They have the better defense. Wow. Okay, so they're second in points? They're second in total yards.
Wow.
Okay, they're completely healthy. So yesterday, 8 guys missed a walkthrough for Buffalo, and 6 of them were defenders.
What?
Okay, for Kansas City, 1 guy missed. It was a defensive player.
Yeah, nose tackle, important guy.
One guy. Okay,
Derek
and
Nottie.
then they have the chance going into this game to be missing 3 cornerbacks, 3 linebackers, a safety, and have a dinged up punter.
The dinged up punter.
Josh is fighting.
Wow.
I thought field position played a role, but maybe.
Wow.
Maybe
No,
not.
I've never seen the pre-excuse
But
Let's just do it. You've been saying about how Mahomes is in trouble.
Let's keep digging into this.
Yeah.
So now we've got a running back that averages 4.6 yards a carry. So going into this game, Josh Allen will probably press. He'll press because he's got to overcompensate for all the things they're missing, where Kansas City walks into another game against the walking wounded. Wow. And if he doesn't outplay him, that'll be the worst part of this. And Josh has a chance to make some mistakes because he's got to compensate
so you don't believe
for all the other things.
So you don't believe he's so that was a very long explanation. That's not an answer to the
here's
question.
My explanation. We're not comparing apples to apples.
Okay.
If Patrick Mahomes doesn't outplay him, it'll be a tragedy.
Okay, so Coach thinks that there's no chance.
That was a great answer,
It's
Coach.
it's just a preamble to Coach picking the Chiefs tomorrow.
He dropped facts.
That's
though.
what it is.
Facts.
Go ahead.
All right, look. First
reality.
of all, let's define outplaying. Winning. Period. We all remember a few years ago the game you referenced when Josh was great, threw for 330, 4 touchdowns, no interception. He had a higher passer rating than Mahomes, but you can argue who played better individually, but he lost. That's all that counts. If he throws for 220 yards, 2 passes for a touchdown or 2, and runs for another, which is kind of a Josh Allen game, and wins. Mahomes can throw for he won't throw for 370, but he will win the matchup. That's all he's got to do. He's got to play clean. For him, clean is 1 turnover or less. And he also has the benefit of the better receivers. He's got Diggs, who played pretty well last week. Shakir, I thought, played well. And now, we'll see if Gabe Davis can play, but he's got the tight ends as well. So Mahomes hasn't been Mahomesian very much this year. And Allen has been very much Josh Allen, not passing the ball, but running it combined with
I think he's been very much Josh Allen.
Well, no, but during the
well.
win streak, his numbers have been down.
Oh, yeah.
That's
also by design.
Right. He's got 15 touchdowns in their win streak, 6 games, and like 7 turnovers, I think. Yeah. So I think there's a good chance he outplays him. I think he will outplay him because I think they'll get the win. Little hint.
Yeah, okay.
It's not much of a hint.
Yeah, you just said it.
Is that your official pick?
Bills.
Okay, well, you said you wanted to say that. We were going to do that question today, and you were like, I want to say this for tomorrow.
That's why I unleashed it a little bit, because I knew y'all wouldn't mind.
Oh, okay.
But that's not official.
Okay, that's fine. What were you going to ask
tomorrow? Will be
I'm going to grind all 22 tonight. I don't see myself changing anything. Yeah, I don't see myself changing.
All right, Bills are favored in this game, but they are firmly on upset alert. Firmly. Nick, what would a win for Kansas City mean?
I mean, other than the fact that, once again, the committee warned you and you all owe me an apology. I mean, Coach is already terrible.
Really? For getting to the conference championship?
Yeah. You know what? Yes.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because all year long, I've heard what's wrong with the team. And if they're one of the last 4 teams standing, you guys were wrong.
No, I have never said they don't get healthy respect. They get respect. They are not going to be an easy out. And I've never
Okay, how about this? It would prove you wrong because
if they win the Super Bowl or even get there, then you can gloat.
Okay, but Brew, you just told America you're picking the Bills. So at the very least, it would prove you wrong there.
It's a minor thing.
Okay,
we're in the second round of the playoffs. Now you're happy with that?
What do you mean? What?
This is an S-Bob team. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs. If they get to the second or past the second round.
Yeah, this would be the 3rd round. It would be their 6th straight
they gotta get to the
Super Bowl. Game. All right, what would it prove? I won't even answer. It doesn't. I have been operating all year long that I am being over the top. I think I was accused of waving pom-poms for the Kansas City.
20-0.
Waving pom-poms? You were in a full cheerleading outfit.
Okay, so at what point does right? But that's been long gone, Brew.
Yeah,
that's been long gone. At what point do the Chiefs? What level do the Chiefs need to get to for you guys to be like, oh, it turns out Nick's belief in the best quarterback we've ever seen, the best coach in the league, and the best defense was smart.
The Super Bowl.
So they have to win the Super Bowl.
I think if they get there, it'd be impressive.
If they get there, it'd be impressive. Coach, where do you stand?
Incredible.
Yeah, if they win this game, and look, sometimes in football it's better to be lucky than good. And if you're healthy and you play teams that aren't healthy, that's just the way it works out. Sometimes it works out in your favor. They do have the advantage of having played in these big games, having played in these big moments. They undoubtedly have the best quarterback in the NFL, although he's not playing. He hasn't played up to that level. But if you get in that situation with that level of experience, they should have a significant edge.
So here's the thing, because I once upon a time going into their first matchup, I remember it vividly. I referenced the fact that the Chiefs were going to be without Pacheco, both linebackers, left tackle, and Wilds, I think, correctly said, you know what, it's the NFL. Everybody's dealing with something. You know one of the reasons the Chiefs are healthier? Because the Chiefs were able to rest in Week 18. Because the Chiefs all year long have been regulating Kelsey's snap count. When you start 6-6 and every game's a playoff game, guess what? You have to.
They were banged up before that, though, with Milano.
Okay,
and
yeah,
all
but
that.
the guys, we're not talking about Milano. We're talking about
their best
upon
defensive
layers.
player.
Yes, we are talking about when teams have to. Right now, who are the healthiest teams in the league? Believe it or not, it's the Ravens and the Niners. You know why? Because they earned it. Because they were able to throttle down. So if your quarterback goes down, then there is a major asterisk on it. If all of a sudden we are pre-excusing a potential Bills loss, I understand, but coach is pre-excusing a potential Bills loss.
Their starting linebacker had to return his RV to Hurts.
Okay, good. So that'll be the reason. So that's when we go back
This
and
is
look
what
at
it'll
it.
do.
That'll
This
be the
answers
reason.
your question. It will increase the Chiefs' mystique.